All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Buckle up. We are here. Appreciate all the love and support with you guys coming over. Back on the Truth Is channel, which I'll leave this video in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe. Skrilla, the demon behind the 6-7 craze. Now, this 6-7 stuff has been taking over the internet. Like I said before, man, anything can go viral nowadays. I feel like a month from now, people probably aren't even going to be talking about this. There's going to be a new trend going on. Stuff just goes viral like crazy, man. But again, there's always something behind it. And a lot of people don't even know or realize what they be supporting. So we're here for the breakdown. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
This was the exact moment 6-7 became the most viral trend of 2025. Kids everywhere can't stop saying it, while the parents have no idea what it means or where it originated from. Even South Park made an entire episode about the 6-7 craze.
I'm 6'7". 6'7".
6-7 got so big that...
And you know what? That's crazy what he just said too. The kids can't stop doing it, and the parents are doing it but don't even know where it came from. That's kind of how people are raising their kids nowadays. You know, just letting them be without even investigating things. You would think you would want to investigate and find out, get to the bottom of it before you are letting your child go and do this stuff, and then you also participating.
The term somehow literally became 2025's word of the year, even though it's a number. But what does 6-7 even mean? If you ask a kid, they will tell you it means nothing at all, just brain rot. They believe it's just a meaningless phrase that became viral. But is this really the case? Does 6-7 have no meaning and is just an innocent fun trend for the kids? What most people don't know is that the origins of 6-7 aren't as innocent as they may seem. In fact, when you find out where 6-7 came from, who actually created it, and what it actually represents, you will be asking yourself how the phrase managed to become so popular with kids when it's connected to something so dark. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Skrilla, the demon behind the 6-7 craze. Let's get right into it. If you have been on the internet lately or have a young child, chances are you have seen the 6-7 trend in action. For those who don't know what I am referring to, good for you, as you dodged a major brain rot bullet. But the way the 6-7 trend works is simply like this. A person happens to say 6 or 7 in a sentence, then a child spawns out of nowhere and randomly screams 6-7 while shuffling both hands, all while bursting into laughter.
About to say, what number do you think I'm gonna say?
6'7".
This simple and seemingly meaningless trend has completely taken over, with kids all over the country screaming 6-7, unable to stop. It was all over TikTok, the media, TV shows, and most importantly, all over elementary and middle schools. And it even made it to my very home. My son came home from school one day and was randomly saying 6-7. I looked at him and had no idea what he was talking about. My wife had to tell me it was just some random thing kids were saying nowadays. She didn't know what it meant, my son didn't know what it meant, and I for sure had no idea what it meant. For some reason though, the 6-7 trend just kept growing, and I became curious and wanted to know where it came from. So I started digging into what I thought was possibly the dumbest thing I ever looked into. But what I found quickly changed my view on this entire situation, as 6-7 went from just a silly kids trend to something rather dark. To understand what 6-7 is and what it actually represents, we have to trace it back to its origins. Now, the 6-7 meme first started at the top of the year in the online basketball social media world on TikTok. It was used to reference the player LaMelo Ball, who is 6 feet 7 inches tall. For a while, the 6-7 meme was literally referring to LaMelo, and unless you were in the basketball world, you knew nothing about it. It wasn't until March of 2025 that the 6-7 craze started to really take over. The 6-7 trend officially took off after this video went completely viral on social media. The video showed a kid in a basketball game scoring a basketball before the camera moved to the crowd, where this kid is seen screaming 6-7 while shuffling his hands. After this kid became the 6-7 kid and was an instant viral sensation. Just like that, the biggest meme of 2025 was created. And the funny...
Think about what he just said. That kid did that and became a viral sensation. Just by doing that. But you also got to look at the people who are creating this wow.
Thing is, no one even knows what it means. As the 6'7" craze became bigger and bigger, the kid in the viral video revealed that 6'7" was in reference to a lyric of a rap song called Doot Doot. The song Doot Doot came out in 2024 and was created by the Philly rapper Skrilla. In the chorus of his song, he raps this line that birthed the 6'7" trend. Shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch Burt, I know he dying. 6'7", I just bipped right on the highway. This line in a rap song about drilling the ops is what led to all the kids screaming 6'7". While this is already out enough, when you start looking into who Skrilla is and what 6'7" represents, things go from innocent trend to rather dark and disturbing.
And remember, I just did the video about the whole rap fatigue. Yeah.
Drilling the ops is what led to all the kids screaming 6'7". While this is already out enough, when you start looking into who Skrilla is and what 6'7" represents, things go from innocent trend to rather dark and disturbing quickly. Skrilla has been asked multiple times during interviews what 6'7" means, but Skrilla knows 6'7" has become mainstream and popular with Gen Alpha kids, so if he associates it with something negative, it will turn this silly trend into something people don't want to be associated with, which would lead to him losing all the attention he is receiving from the kids right now. So when he's asked about 6'7", he tells people it's just a random word he said in the song, but this isn't true. The truth is, 6'7" actually represents an infamous Philly gang called YSN from the 6700 block of Philly, a really brutal gang with plenty of deaths and destruction attached to it.
Let the people know where you from and like, I mean, what part of the city you from? Let's start right there.
6'7", like, you hear 6'7", that's my block. Like, I'm from Southwest, I'm 67 from Elmwood, all around there. That's my neck of the woods and all that.
Bail you out. All right. The 6'7", I know you said that's your block in your neighborhood and all that shit. We see Skrilla walk up, like, he got that shit. Worldwide, every shout out to boy Lamar Barr.
Shout out to Skrilla.
He was like, Lamar Barr was rapping that shit like that. But I hear you too, like, shit, that's how Skrilla say that. Y'all ain't family and shit. So like, what that? Like,
but no, Skrilla, like
you influence
everybody, like, that's my man. Like, we went song for song. He gave me a verse. I owe him a verse right now. I owe Skrilla a verse right now. I'm gonna get that done soon, but I owe Skrilla a verse or whatever. But he been saying 6'7". Like, he got a song with G Herbo saying that shit. When he was saying it, he made a video, like, the song, I was gonna hop on that joint and all that. He said he was gonna put me on and all that, but I was out Egypt. I'm out Egypt buying a house. You feel me? Like, I'm out Egypt buying a house. I ain't gonna
pop it, man.
The gang is so ruthless that it is rumored that members of the gang have a hit on their heads because they allegedly took out an innocent kid.
You know, these are definitely not guys that you want to be at war with, all right? So apparently 6'7" or 6700 block, as they're referred to, YSN, they're apparently at war with another set called ODA, or the 7400 block. And word around town, apparently the war between these groups has gotten so bad that there is a $45,000 bounty on the heads of any YSN member due to the fact that YSN killed an innocent person as get back for YSN Diaz. And they're saying Chucky 67th actually ended up losing his life due to a price being on his head. Okay, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. But this guy, YSN Diaz, okay, he is somebody that lost his life in a very brutal incident. And, you know, I'm about to tell you, man, it's actually really, really messed up what's going on behind the scenes with this YSN, this 6'7" gang.
Literally, people have died because of the...
So for all the parents out there that are watching these videos or this video or who watched it before y'all watched my reaction to it, I mean, what are you doing moving forward? Now, you could have been, you know, watching, or your kids could have been doing it. You could have been doing it. You didn't know this story. Now that you know this story moving forward, what are you doing? You know, because you can't say you didn't know now because the information is out there. You know, you can say I didn't look into it, but I'm just saying you should, as a parent, you should be looking into it. You know? It's just crazy to me, man, like how much stuff goes viral for the wrong reasons. And you got this young white kid who's an internet sensation going viral, and now we know the story behind it.
beef this 6'7" gang had with others. The gang is known for screaming 6'7" as their signature catchphrase like everyone is doing right now. Skrilla in fact confirms the lyric 6'7" is connected to this gang during an interview, claiming 6'7" refers to his shooters.
That's where my young boy's from. You ever heard of Duty Baby?
Duty Baby. Hey, how's he going?
Yeah, you probably heard of him. He upcoming artist though. That's where all like my little young boys from though. Like that's where all my little crash outs from.
Okay.
6'7".
Now, kids are running around screaming the gang's catchphrase like it's funny, not knowing what it really means or what it's connected to. It's like the Naughty Bop all over again. The Naughty Bop was a similar TikTok dance trend. This dance became viral out of nowhere a few years back, and it was everywhere after a drill rapper made a song and a dance dissing a rival gang member who was taken out brutally in a gang fight. Everyone was doing this dance, even the teachers in school, without them knowing it was directly referencing the brutal death of a young kid. When the public found out the truth about the trend, it quickly died as no one wanted to mock a kid's death with a dance. Yeah. Now the fact that 6'7" is connected to an infamous Philly gang is already dark enough. But when you start looking into who Skrilla is, things get quite sinister. Skrilla is a Philly drill rapper who raps about death, drugs, and destruction. An absolute horrible influence for the kids, and that's to put it lightly. But this isn't even the darkest thing about him. If you watch one of Skrilla's music videos, alongside of the glamorization of the drug and street life, you will also find really dark, almost demonic imagery all over them. Some of his videos look like he's literally doing some sort of dark ritual in the video itself. In his music video called Word from Osun, he starts the video in what could only be explained as a dark demonic possession ritual, as he sat at a table with candles lit all around him. As the camera pans to him, you start to see his eyes turn fully black, indicating he's becoming possessed. In another part of the video, he shows his eyes rolling back into the back of his head, showing imagery to clearly indicate he is possessed. This music video looks rather dark and demonic. I could only imagine what kids think after finding out Skrilla is responsible for the 6'7" meme. Typing his name on the YouTube search.
The kids ain't gonna care because they're too young to really understand. If anything, that's gonna hype them up even more. It's the parents' job to make this go away in their household. Now, you can't control what they do when, they at school. That's gonna be on the teachers to either, if they see them, to stop it or tell the parents. But I mean, again, now that you know, moving forward, you got to nip this in the bud, because I'm pretty sure where they live at is fine. But yeah. And this is a gang they're talking about like in Philly, but I mean, you got a lot of LA gangs, 60s. I don't even know 67th Street. I mean, you got the Rolling 60s where Nipsey Hussle was from, but I'm just trying to think what gang might be on 67th Street in another neighborhood. I'm pretty sure they probably doing that too. So, yeah.
Bar and stumbling upon this video, clicking on it only to be scarred for life after seeing Demon Skrilla. Now let's go back to the imagery in the video. There is actually a reason he is using all this dark demonic imagery. It's not just for shock value. This imagery actually ties back to the religious beliefs Skrilla practices. See, according to Skrilla, he is actually deep into Santeria, which is an old African religion that originated in Cuba. The religion is considered to be a part of the occult-based religions. Santeria often involves practices considered hidden or secret, heavily focused on magic and a blend of African spiritualism and Catholicism. Now, while many people who practice Santeria claim it is an evil, there is a very real dark side to the religion. I grew up in the Bronx, and on my block there was a Santeria store. One of my friend's mother actually practiced Santeria, and my friend used to get stuff from that store for her all the time. My friend actually told me about his mom doing Santeria spells on his father to make sure he stayed locked up, which he did for as long as I knew my friend. So while some people believe Santeria is used for good, it is also clearly used for bad. What Skrilla seems to be using it for is clearly evil. Everything about Skrilla is themed around evil, death, and destruction. His music is completely rooted in evil and darkness. You can clearly see that by just watching his videos. Click on his video and you can literally feel the dark energy resonating from it. This is because these songs are actually rooted in Santeria magic. His song Word from Osun is about becoming possessed by the god he worships named Osun, with Osun literally speaking through him. This is why he named the song Words from Osun and shows himself demonically possessed, as Osun possesses him and speaks through him in the song. In fact, the sample used for the song is an actual Santeria prayer. The prayer loops repeatedly in the background, giving the song a spacey dark tone. This isn't a song. It's a Santeria ritual dedicated to Osun. Skrilla is deep into the dark side of Santeria. He admits this himself. During an interview with No Jumper, he told the Satanist Adam22 that his beliefs are real, telling Adam that he routinely sacrifices goats and chickens to the Santeria Santos, even bringing up a photo he posted online of a goat he had sacrificed to the Santos.
You mentioned your religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo. I do Palo. I'm a Santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like all that sacrifice.
All right, man. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Again, the original video is in the description for you guys to check out the full video. But look, man. Again, people make mistakes. A lot of people support things blindly. But again, the information is out there. So if you're saying to yourself, like, I don't know what this means, this 6-7 stuff that my kid is doing, that I'm doing, now you can find it. You can find it now because this is a great breakdown onto what it is. Do your homework and shut it off. Shut it off. You know, keep these kids innocent, man. A lot of them don't know, but I'm just saying, whenever I see a little kid rapping lyrics that are just crazy, first thing I say is, where is this child parents? And lo and behold, the parents be like probably holding the camera, rapping the lyrics with them too. Appreciate y'all coming over. Shout out to Truth Is. You know, I stopped this video at the 10:47 mark. Video's like 15 minutes long. I don't need to see any more. I get it. I got it. I'm good. Peace out.